Hi guys, and welcome to Bev's Repair Bench. As usual, we've got something a little different for you today. I don't normally do unboxings, but I think today is kind of special. This is actually a second 3D printer. It's a JG Aurora A5, not the newer A5, it's actually an older one. And of course, like with everything I get, it is broken. I'm not sure exactly how broken. I'm confident that I can fix whatever's wrong with it, but we'll unbox it and take a look at it and see what kind of repairs it may need. Now, no matter what, I am going to do a few upgrades to it. The firmware is definitely going to need an upgrade. I'm going to try to bring it up to 1.1.9, which is what my FL Sun printer is on. And I'm also going to add a BL Touch to it, or actually a 3D Touch, which is the off-brand of the BL Touch, and a few minor things here and there. And much later, I would actually like to use dual extrusion on it. So, let's get this box cut open. So the JG Aurora A5 is claimed to be a 300 by 300 by 320 millimeter build volume, if I remember right. And this does not look very used at all. If we go off the print bed, it looks like they may have had some trouble right here in this area. But other than that, it looks pretty clean. This is also some type of, I think they call it BDG or something like that. It's a glass plate with some sort of a grid pattern on it. Wow. This thing is huge compared to the FL Sun. I'm just going to kind of get all the parts out of the box and then fast forward through this part and do stuff later. Okay, so at first glance, it looks like the bones are there. Looks like we got just about everything. I believe that these are gonna be the only assembly screws we need. The USB stick is there, the power cord is there. Leveling test cord, interesting. Looks like the only thing that's missing, and I only know it's missing is because I only found one of them, is they use these little metal clips to hold the plate on. That's probably not in focus. I will normally use the big T-Rex paper clips. I don't know what the official name for them is. Anyway, so that's not a big deal. I see our extruder motor. I do see an issue here. Okay. Okay, so I thought it was going to be a big issue, but it's actually just the extruder motor mount is bent. It's not at a 90-degree angle, but it's not the actual sheet metal frame, which honestly I can pinch in. It's a little thin for my taste, but you know, I come from uh, I come from a business where an eighth of an inch is thin. But yeah, I mean, other than a little bit of kind of flimsiness, which you'd expect, it doesn't seem to really. It seems like they put the strength in the right places. This tweaking should firm up when we bolt the base on, but it seems like a really solid mount. So a lot of plug and play. I like that. Can probably just pull this off and straighten it up, or just push it. That's probably good enough for me. Extruder and parts cooling fan appears okay. Belt appears intact, kind of sloppy for my taste. We'll see if we can't tighten that up with something. Really small extruder head. It is a Bowden style extruder, which I'm going to keep it that way unless I really get trouble. I know it's going to limit some of my filaments I can use, some of my materials, but I don't think that it's going to be that big of a deal for the things I'm planning on printing on this printer. This is mostly going to be PLA. Alright, I see X-axis servo motor. This is actually a kind of semi-thin servo motor. They all look like that, except for the extruded. The extruded appears to be a more standard one. Now, like I said, I did buy this used, but it does look like it was actually either never completely out of the package or was packaged professionally again. The Z-axis couplings are like super stretched out. Even when it's sitting upright, those couplings, they look just insanely stretched. I'll change those out to the Lovejoy types. In fact, I haven't done the inverted Z on the FL Sun yet, so I'll probably go ahead and put the Lovejoys into this one instead, provided that these are the T8 lead screws. It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like they are. So my couplings should work on here. We've also got a spool holder. I may just hang that on the back wall or something. I may not put that, depends on where it actually goes. Alright guys, check this out. I'm going to move y'all in closer so you can see. This is an issue that's going to have to get fixed right away. I'm going to have to figure out how to do it. Okay, so check out the connector for the heat bed. There's actually burn marks on there. So this connector is going to have to be replaced or direct soldered or something. That's definitely an issue that's going to have to be fixed. And one of the kind of usual complaints with JG Aurora is that they don't give you access for maintenance. Let me zoom y'all out so y'all can see. And it's true. It's pretty tightly packed here. But it looks like we're going to have a Maker Base control board. It should be the MKS Gen L V1.0 in there, which is the same as the FL Sun, so I'm familiar with that, and I'm comfortable with it, and I really like that board. LCD, it does have a SD card here, but I thought that this also had, yes. So you got your USB ports here. Alright, I think we need to pull the bed off, and the first thing we'll do is check out this connector here. The reason I'm in a different room than normal is because I don't have any space for a printer this big in my... So I've got the leveling knobs off, and it looks like this connector is actually hot glued to try to help keep it together. I wonder if that's done from the factory, or if it's something that someone else did to try to keep this connector together. Probably gonna end up destroying this connector. Nope. Alright, so we've got the bed removed, and this does look like a kind of standard little JST connector, so it shouldn't be too hard to find and replace. There's our thermistor right there. It's an NTC type. These springs, go ahead and grab those out the way for now. Now I do also have it on my list, but not as a true necessity, is to actually upgrade to a 110 volt heated bed, which is in the US is the mains power. But first of all, I have to see if I need it, and if I do end up doing that, then this entire bed is actually going to go away. It's going to be replaced with probably the same thickness of aluminum, but I'm going to get rid of all this PCB on the bottom, and it'll be just a directly stuck the silicone heat pad. But first we're going to see if we can maybe repair this and go from there. This frame does seem fairly rigid, at least where it counts. Okay, so I've moved the printer to where we got a live plug nearby. I don't recommend that you do this, but I'm an untrained, unprofessional, non-engineer, and I'm comfortable doing this. I have a lot of experience with electrical, I have experience with 3D printers, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to plug this thing in and see what happens. Absolutely nothing. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the first look at the JG Aurora printer that's new to me. Unfortunately, it does not power on. That's more unfortunate for me than for y'all though, because it gives me the opportunity and us to go through this thing and find problems and fix them, which is something that I didn't do on the FL Sun, and I kind of regretted it. I was just in a real big hurry. I wanted to get 3D printing and get something rolling. For this one, I'm going to be going at a slower pace, not a really slow pace, but I'm going to try to get the main issues ironed out on film and make videos for people to see, what kind of what the guts of these printers, these JG Auroras look like, and issues that can obviously happen, and how I will go about fixing them. So, thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Still haven't come up with a sign-off thing, so just see y'all later. I don't know what to do with this hand.